Hello, 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 hello. Type your ones and twos, guys. Y'all already know the drill. I'm like 9 minutes late, but we're good. Type your ones and twos, guys. We are just looking to consider. I have to update TikTok. Type those ones and twos if you think trans women are women and you think that they belong in women's spaces. Request the box. We are just looking for some debates. Type those ones and twos, guys. We are just looking for some disagreeers. If you think trans women are women and you think that they belong in women's spaces, I look bald. My hair is not showing anything. Type your ones and twos, guys. We are just looking for some debates. If you think trans women are women, you think that they belong in women's spaces, request. If you think that Hunter Schafer is a woman and he belongs in women's spaces, request the box. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get those likes up to 5K, guys. Type your ones and twos. If you disagree with the prompt and you think trans women are women and you think that they belong in women's spaces, you think that men like this belong in women's spaces, you can request the box. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get those likes up to 5K before we facilitate our first opposition. If you're in disagreement with the prompt, request. For those tuning into the stream, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are just looking for some debates. Please only request if you disagree. If you're in support of gender ideology, if you're in support of the modern day oppression of women and the subjugation of women and their spaces, you can request. I want to know why you hate women so much that you think men can take women on as a costume or perform women as a costume and then go into their spaces. Type your ones and twos, guys. We are just looking for some debates. If you're typing twos in the chat, you should be in the guest request. Let's get those likes up since we're already at 5K. Let's get those likes up to... I'm thinking we should get the likes up to 10K then, right? Type your ones and twos. I figured this is a troll because the last time this person was up there, he crashed out. Hi, can I get your
I
age?
wasn't even in your live, but I'm 18.
Okay. Are trans women?
Yes.
Okay, y'all know what to type in chat. Why don't you tell me what a woman is? Go ahead.
A woman is someone who self-proclaims and identifies themselves as a woman.
That's a circular definition. You can't say a woman is a person who self-proclaims that they're a woman. That's a circular definition. You have to elaborate beyond the word.
A woman is someone who self-proclaims themselves as a female.
Women don't claim to be female, they just are female.
Yeah,
I thought that gender and sex were different. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know why you talking like that. Do you want me to get Dean?
Are gender and sex not different? Are those two concepts not different?
All right, but could you repeat that?
Are gender and sex different?
It's the same thing.
Oh, gender and sex are the same thing? Then a woman is a female, not a person who claims to be female.
Yeah, but you could say that you are, and you are.
No, you won't become female because you say you are. No.
So could you tell me how a trans woman isn't a woman?
Because they're not an adult human female. They're not female, they're male.
And so how?
Because they're over primarily denoting the sex that produces small gametes, not over primarily denoting the sex that produces large gametes. So they're male, not female.
So how do you feel about some people that have like the De La Chapelle syndrome?
De La Chapelle syndrome only affects males. It's called the XX male syndrome.
So you wouldn't say that a woman, a trans man isn't a woman?
A trans man is a woman.
Yo, I think you're confused.
I'm confused. You haven't told me what a woman is yet.
I did tell you what a woman was. Someone who says
You
that
said it was a...
Yo, man.
Yeah, you said that if a person says they're female, that therefore they are female. That's not true.
Yes, there is.
No, sex is not a claim. Sex is not something you can claim to be. You're either born as sex, or you're either born one sex or the other. You don't claim to be a sex and then become that sex because you claim.
So if you undergo surgery, that doesn't make you a female?
No, because humans can't change their sex. Humans are gynecaric species. So surgical augmentation and medical, and I'm speaking surgical augmentation and medical intervention does not make persons change their sex.
You gotta slow down and stop tracking. Like, you know,
are you just slow? You just...
It's not me. I'm just saying
I feel like I'm being very clear. You're just very stupid. I think that's the issue here. I'm being very clear. I'm being very clear with what I'm saying. Right. So I'll say it once more. Persons, human beings as mammals, can't change their sex because mammals are gynecaric. Gynecarism simply means that we're born one sex or the other, and over the course of our lifetime, our sex does not change. That's basic human biology.
You need to be a better inspiration for Naomi. Like real shit. Like
Why are
you
you
not even
bringing
had
up
to
my
even talk.
why are you
You
bringing up
gonna
my
bring my
16-year-old?
minors.
Why are you bringing up my
My
16-year-old
sister,
sister?
your sister. Why you bringing up my sister? What you gonna call
Why are
me?
you bringing up
What you gonna call me?
my minor? Why are you
You
bringing
need
up
a
my
bigger.
minor sister?
You need to be a better
Why
inspiration
are
for your
you
sister.
I'm sorry, I'm asking you a question.
Be a better inspiration.
Why are you bringing up my 16-year-old sister? Are you a creep?
Be a better
Why
inspiration.
are you talking about my 16-year-old sister?
Hey, go on Chat GBT and ask.
Why are you talking about my 16-year-old sister? You're a
I'm trying
creep.
to answer your question.
Why are you talking about my 16-year-old sister?
Go take care of Naomi, bro.
Why are you talking about my 16-year-old
Hey,
sister?
what's he gonna do? You think
So
I'm
just
a
to clarify, this is how pro-trans people behave. This is exactly how this is apparently supposed to be the representation of
if
your
you think
community. This is how pro-trans people behave when they can't get their way. They start to attack your family. What the hell does my 16-year-old sister have to do with what we're talking about right now?
answer your question?
Why are you bringing up minors? Right,
I'm trying to
gonna move
answer
on.
your question.
You're a creep. Type your ones and twos, guys. We are just looking at some debates. Y'all are a perfect example as to why we don't trust pro-trans people. This is exactly why y'all make yourself look weird. Because when you guys start to lose debates and y'all can't win debates with people, you start
You
attacking
sound jealous
people's
to
family.
me, honey.
Right. Can I get your age, please, sir, or ma'am, or whatever you are?
You're just talking, bitch. Shut up.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna challenge y'all as pro-trans people. Can y'all go 10
Bitch, I'm
seconds without calling somebody a
21. You
bitch?
fucking gay faggot.
Okay. There it is. All right. So, anyways,
Yeah, there it is.
outside of your internalized homophobia,
You
said
liking
you
up
were
your
how old?
ass. Shut up.
How old are you?
Baby, I'm old enough. You liking up your ass. Go get fucked.
Okay, right. Why don't you tell me what a woman is since trans women are women? I'm just going to ignore everything.
A woman is Hunter.
That's an example, not a definition. You don't know the
Baby,
difference
that's
between
the
an
woman.
example and a definition.
The girl right there is a
All right.
woman. That's a
Let me
woman.
help you out because you're a little bit mentally delayed. People in chat, do we all here know the difference between an example and a definition? Because I feel like Section 8 housing over here doesn't seem to know. Food stamps over here doesn't know the difference between an example and a definition. So let me help you out. Let's say that we're trying to define the term dog. A Labrador is an example of a dog, but you wouldn't say a dog is a Labrador because, well, not all dogs are Labradors. You would say a dog is a mammal belonging to the canine species. That's what you would do. And TikTok gave you a violation, so there you go. Type those ones and twos, guys. We are just looking for some debates. If you think trans women are women, request a box. We are just looking for some debates. If you think trans women are women and you think that they belong in women's spaces, request. I don't know why TikTok punishes me though for other people's behavior and saying I got a 10-minute restriction because of them. That makes no sense. Guys, I'm going to do a quick restart and then when I come back, TikTok, y'all really need to work on your moderation. How the hell am I supposed to get a violation for what he's saying? Let me restart and come back. It's funny though. Anyways, let me do a quick restart and come back. The violation was for them. It told me to remove them. But then it said I got a TikTok. It said I got a 10-minute, like my live won't go on to the FYP apparently because the person said the F star. What does that have to do with me? But anyways, let me finish with this person and then we can go ahead. Can I get your age? Peachy, can I get your age? Okay. I have to keep them immediately. Okay, I guess we'll just do that from now on. All right, let me do a quick restart, chat. We're going to restart and come right back. I'll see you all in literally just 10 seconds. We're just going to restart. All right, no problem. See you all in 10 seconds. Type those ones and twos, guys. We are just looking at some debates. If you think that Tom Schaefer is a woman and you think that he belongs in women's spaces, if you think trans women are women and you think that they belong in women's spaces, request please only request if you think trans women are women. If you don't think that they're women, do not request. Hi, can I get your age?
Hi, I'm 28.
Okay, are trans women women?
I agree with like the whole of everything you're saying to a degree, but unfortunately, I think when you sit on a live and make it your main focus point, I think then that points towards that you've got an agenda that is that important that you must hate it.
No, that doesn't follow. I have an agenda to protect women's rights. That's why I go live about it every day.
Okay, so that argument would stand up if it was a really high proportion of women being affected by other trans women or
It
men.
doesn't have to be a high number. One trans woman in any women's space is enough for me to talk about it. It doesn't have to be many. It doesn't have to be disproportionate. That's
But
the
that's
reason.
not.
That's the reason. One second. That's the reason that social issues don't get solved, because people wait for it to become disproportionate or wait for it to disproportionately affect people before we take action. That's not how you address social issues. What you do is you would nip it in the bud the moment it starts. So I don't care that there's just one trans woman in a woman's space, or there's just one trans woman in a woman's space, or claiming to be a woman. One is enough. That's how you nip it in the bud. You don't wait for it to start affecting women before you stop it. It's like a rolling snowball. You don't wait for it to get big. You stop it before it starts rolling. That's what you do.
I totally disagree with that, because that's just whataboutery, isn't it? You're waiting, you're expecting something to happen that's not happened already.
Yeah. Did you listen to what I said? Do you understand the statement "prevention is better than cure"? Have you ever heard that statement before?
Yeah, of course, I've heard that. I've heard that rhetoric
Okay,
before.
great.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing right now. So we're preventing the ideology from spreading before it becomes worse, to the point where women are, and by the way, it's already happened, but we're trying to prevent it from further spreading. That's what we're doing right now. So we're preventing the idea, stopping the idea that men can wear women as a costume, that women are just some sort of social construct that men can perform. We're trying to stop those kinds of ideas from coming out and disproving those kinds of ideas before they start to further impact women. They've already impacted women in law. Women have been disenfranchised financially because of gender ideology and because of trans inclusive policies. So we're not going to further accept it, and that's the reason I'm hosting this live. If you're just mad that I'm making more sense than you want me to, then that's the issue that you're going to have to deal with. But if you agree with me, I see no issue why you shouldn't be fighting alongside women and fighting for their rights.
Because
Instead,
sorry, go on.
Instead, you try to discourage people like me from doing it. I'm not going to stop because Mr. Chow says that you think I hate trans people. That's not what this live is about. My live isn't about
I'm
hating
not
trans
suggesting that at all. I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm not
your
suggesting.
opinion doesn't make any sense, because what you want, you say you agree with everything I say, but you don't speak about it. That means that you're just compliant. Compliant people will agree with people on things and then not speak up about it. That's not how the world works. You have to speak up on it if you have an opinion on it. If you want to stay silent, that's your prerogative, but it's not mine. I'm going to go on live and I'm going to speak up about it, and I'm going to debate people on it so that they understand the impact that saying men like this are women has on actual women. Right?
Okay.
So,
right. Well, we'll drop there, but yeah, it's a nothingness, really, is it? There's bigger issues.
yeah, this is a whataboutism. So you don't actually care about women then. Saying that there's always going to be a bigger issue than the one that you're discussing. Like it doesn't.
Well,
if I discuss the hunger crisis, and the hunger crisis only affects 100 million, I could always say, well, the bigger issue is female genital mutilation, and then I could say, oh well, the bigger issue is, like, you can keep going on and on and on and on and on, but at the end of the day, we're talking about this issue. If you want to discuss bigger issues, then you can go and do that. But I'm not measuring bigger or smaller. The fact of the matter is, women are over half of the population. Gender ideology, erasing women and telling women that men are able to hone their existence, will impact and has impacted women. So if you just want to sit around and twiddle your thumbs and go, yeah, don't care, then that's your issue, but not mine. Yeah. So if you're just going to minimize women because you think that there are bigger issues out there, that's a you thing, not me.
But if we go on that premise that you are doing this to protect women and raise the issue of protecting women, surely you would attack the biggest threat to women rather than a really
men are the biggest threat to women, and when men claim to be women for some sort of reason, we give them a social exception. What do you think the biggest threat to women are? Men.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay, right. So the issue is that if we want to acknowledge that the biggest threat to women is men, but men can claim to be women and then they can go into their spaces, what does that cause? It causes further harm. That's the issue. So if men are the issue, we can't give the random exception to the men in dresses and the men who think that they're women. And by the way, I'm not saying all men are a threat to women. What I'm saying is, disproportionately, the persons who commit violent and sexual crimes towards women are male humans. I've never committed sexual crimes towards women, but I know I'm of the sex that does do that. Therefore, I respect the boundaries that women have created in society to afford themselves single-sex rights, like their spaces and their privacy and their dignity in their spaces. And I also respect their existence as adult human females.
Okay, so
If you want to say that there are bigger issues than that, then I don't know how else this conversation can progress.
yeah, but can we rewind 2 seconds? So I totally accept everything you said. I agree with you. But
But
if you are advocating and defending women's rights like you're saying, and it's men, which it is, but surely trans women, men, are the lower proportion of threat to women than actual heterosexual straight men.
the statistics don't indicate that.
So you're telling me that more trans women
Per
per
capita, yes. In the United Kingdom, more of the population of trans women are in there for sexual violent crimes.
Yeah, that's not what I asked. No, you're conflating the statistics there. I'm
I'm not
asking you
conflating the statistics.
because you've literally just said the proportion of trans women, not
That's
the
what I said.
proportion.
Right. That's my statement.
Yep. So I'm telling you that surely you can accept that straight heterosexual men are more of a threat to women than
Well, because
trans.
there are more straight heterosexual men, sure.
Yeah. So attack the snake at his head.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
sit.
No, no, stop. The reason that this has to be addressed is because when straight heterosexual men go into women's spaces and they're caught doing it and they're chastised, people actually respond negatively towards that. The difference is that when men in dresses go into women's spaces and they're told to leave, the women get accused of transphobia and the women are chastised. That's the difference. So the difference is in, no, hold on. The difference is in the social response. When heterosexual men go into women's spaces and they're caught in those women's spaces, you don't hear anybody calling the women transphobia. In fact, women are defended when they exclude those men. But when the man wants to be a woman and he goes into their spaces, it's a whole different story. The women are called transphobic, the women are called bigoted, and they're told that their opinion no longer matters. So the social response to heterosexual men who are not trans-identified in women's spaces is very different to the response that we get when trans women go into women's spaces. Hence, that needs to be discussed because there is a discrepancy and there is hypocrisy. So
But
no, I'm not going to address. I'm not going to address then the reason that trans women become such a high point of discussion here is because trans women are the only kind of male that women are not allowed to exclude from their spaces without accusations of bigotry and transphobia. When gay males go into women's spaces, women are not called bigoted for excluding them. When straight males go into women's spaces, they're not told that they're bigoted. When drag queens or cross-dressing men who are not trans-identified go into women's spaces and women ask them to leave, they're not accused of bigotry. But when the man identifies as a woman, it's a whole different story. That is where the hypocrisy is, and that is where the discrepancy is, and that is exactly why it needs to be spoken about. And you trying to minimize that as a man is very misogynistic. For you to minimize that discrepancy and minimize the effect that it has on women is part of the problem.
I'm not minimizing it whatsoever.
You are, because you did. The moment you said no, the moment you stop, the moment you said there are bigger issues, you are minimizing it. The moment you said that, you began minimizing that discrepancy.
Yeah,
That's
but
what you did.
with the same premise of that, the minute that you use a small proportion of actions towards women as your whole argument and the reason you're sat and alive, that means you're targeting. And
That's also not what it is.
Let me finish.
No, I'm not going to let you finish because you're mischaracterizing what I've said. I am not targeting a small group of people. The point is that no males should be in women's spaces. The only reason that you think that I'm targeting them is because I'm addressing a particular kind of male who is, for some strange reason, given a random exception to go into women's spaces. That is the reason. If society wasn't hypocritical, and if society was actually acknowledging that all males should stay out of women's spaces and not giving random exceptions to some males, I wouldn't have to have this conversation. I would never have to discuss trans women in women's spaces because it wouldn't be there in the first place. Okay, so what you need to do is address society and society's hypocrisy and society's lack of acknowledgement of women and their spaces, and why trans women are the only kind of male that are allowed into women's spaces without any consequence. You need to address that, not me addressing it.
Carry on focusing on marginalized bits of.
You're just going to keep minimizing women. I'm going to move on. Type your ones and twos, guys. We are just looking to the base, guys. Please only request if you disagree. If you think trans women are women, request. Do not request if you agree. Request only if you think trans women are women. He's just going to keep minimizing women, and I'm really, really tired of it now.
Hello.
Very tired. Hi, can I get your age?
Yeah, I am 39.
Okay. Are trans women women?
Yes.
Y'all know what to type in chat. Why don't you tell me what a woman is? Okay.
A woman is somebody who wants to identify as a female. Period. If they wanna be a female, I mean that's their prerogative.
Yeah,
And
female is not an identity that you can claim. Female is a lived biological experience. A person can't identify as female. Female is a sex category. You don't identify as female. You either are
can
female or you're not female.
can we go back to the personal space of a female that you were talking about? A male is
Well, I'm not. I'm
range
not going to address women's spaces with you when you don't know what a woman is. That's the issue. So we're going to discuss what women are first, and then we can talk about women's spaces. But right about now, you don't seem to know what a woman is, but you're defending men as women. So what I want to do is go back to that. You're saying that women are people who want to identify as female. Persons cannot identify as female because female is not an identity. Female is a lived biological experience, right? It's not something that you can identify as. It's not up here. So a person
Okay.
can't identify. Okay, so a person cannot identify as a sex. So
Okay.
then
Well,
you
can I
now
get
need
your
to.
definition of a female so I can?
No, a woman is an adult human female, not a person who identifies as one. You are an adult human female. If you are an adult human female, you are a woman.
Say again, well, one more time.
A woman is an adult human female, not a person who identifies as one. A person who is female, who is an
Okay,
adult.
so you're saying a woman and a female is different.
No, oh my God. A female, the word female applies to all sexually reproducing species. There are female dogs, there are female cats. Woman is the word that specifies that the female we're talking about is a human adult. So human adult female, woman. So they're not different. Female is involved. The other
Okay.
two specifiers are the age and the species. Species is human, the age is adult, and the sex is female, woman.
Okay, so then what is a trans female in your definition?
There's no such thing as a trans female. I don't even think we should be calling them trans women, but a trans woman is an adult human male who wants to be an adult human female or suffers with gender-related incongruence.
And that's okay?
It's okay to have that incongruence, sure. I mean, not mentally okay, but there's nothing wrong with not liking the sex that you were born. There's lots of people who don't like things about themselves. It's called bodily insecurity. If you have insecurity about what sex you were, then you can go and get psychological help or go through whatever procedures you want to go through as a consenting adult to alleviate or satiate that distress. But you're not a woman, you're a man still. That's what
Okay.
needs to be understood. So there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying anything is wrong with being trans. Trans people exist and have always existed. But if you're a trans person, you're not the gender that you want to be, you're the gender that you were born. That's the point.
I would agree with what you're saying there. So how do you feel about a doctor identifying a baby when they come out of the womb?
Doctors don't identify babies in that sense. Doctors observe the sex of a child and then they make an educated estimation as to what sex the child is. They can be wrong in certain rare instances, but because sex is an objective concept or objective, doesn't really the doctor's observation being wrong doesn't mean the person doesn't have a sex. So doctors simply estimate. It's called observation of sex or sex estimation. They're simply estimating the sex of the child.
Estimating by their genitalia.
Yes, because sex estimation is very accurate in humans.
I would agree with that. So then once the child develops, do they get to make the choice of what they want to be? Yeah.
No, you can't choose your sex. So no, if you're a human male, you're born a boy, and then you grow up into a man. You can't choose what sex you are after that. No.
Just mentally, that's what they want, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
that's mentally that's what they want, but it's something that they can't physically accomplish. You can mentally want something, it doesn't mean you can physically accomplish it. A person cannot physically accomplish being female if they're a male. It's very simple.
Okay, yeah. On that gravity of what you said, I would agree with you wholeheartedly. There, it is a mental thing.
Okay, so then hold on. You're still saying trans women are women, though. That's the issue. What is a woman then?
Well, maybe I was misplaced in my words saying that I identify them as a woman if that's what they want to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but you have to know what the word woman means. When you say that they want to be women, what does the word woman mean?
Well, I guess that's a matter of opinion, whether if you go to science or
But that's
mentality,
what I'm.
right?
But that's what we're asking you for. We're asking you for your opinion. When you say trans women are women, what does the word woman mean?
I mean, if you're talking to me, a cisgendered 39-year-old male, I would say that genitalia.
Okay, so you're saying that the person has to have female genitals to be a woman. Trans women do not have female genitals; they have male genitals. So then they're not women. Then
Correct, but that doesn't give me the right to tell them that they can't identify as a woman.
Well, yeah, it does because they don't meet your definition. Your
Yeah.
definition is a person who is female, but with female genitals, apparently. Trans women don't have female genitals, they have male genitals. They're male. So then they're not
But
women.
can't they request, or can't they get that taken care of if they really want to and get,
No, it's
even
not a
though it won't be
Build-A-Bear.
the biological part?
No, it's not Build-A-Bear. You can't build a vagina. You
I
either
mean,
have
they
a clit or
tried
you
to
don't.
though, right?
Yeah, they've tried and they've failed, sure.
See, I've
They
heard
invert
different stories about that.
they invert their penises, sure, but it doesn't make it a vagina, right? So it's
Right,
still a
right,
penis.
right.
Right. So it's a rod pocket. It's just an open wound that they create, a surgical wound they create, um, to mimic women's vaginas, which is actually quite offensive. I'm not gonna lie, but bodily autonomy and all that. So yet again, they're not female. They don't get female genitals because they invert their penises. Not how the world works.
Okay. So how do you feel about like homosexual relationships where they're trying to satisfy their partner in a male or female role?
I have no issue with being gay. Just to clarify, do you think I have an issue with people being gay, trans, or otherwise?
No, I
That's not what
don't.
I'm
I
saying.
don't. We're just having a conversation.
There's nothing wrong with being gay or trans or any of those things. And it's not the issue. We're not addressing whether or not it's wrong or right. We're talking about whether or not a trans person or a trans woman in this case is a woman. And I'm saying, no, they're not. They're not women, they're men. You're saying that they're women, so you tell me what you think a woman is. Since you think trans women are women, you tell me what you think women are.
I told you that to me it
Yeah, you
relates
did.
to genitalia, but I'm not going to
Okay,
tread on somebody
great. So
wanting to be
then,
it.
so hold on. If it relies on genitals, then trans women, by your standards, are not women.
Correct, but that doesn't.
Okay, so then goodbye then. You agree? God. Ozzy, can I get your age, please?
Yeah, I'm 23.
Oh. Okay. Are trans women women?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you tell me what a woman is? Go ahead.
There is no clear definition. I am myself a trans man. You can
Yes,
make the
it's
same
very
argument with
much
trans
explained.
men.
Trans men are not men, sure.
Yes, they are.
Well,
Because
tell me what a man. You'd have to know what a man is then if you're gonna say trans men are men.
man
How do you
is
know?
just
How do
someone
you know?
who presents masculine.
Do masculine women exist?
Yes.
Okay, so then presenting masculine does not make you a man then. So that's very
Anyone can
sexist and
present
aggressive.
masculine and anyone can
Exactly. So if
feminine.
anyone can present masculine, then being a man is not defined by presenting as masculine. Now you're getting it. Beautiful. So presenting as masculine does not make you a woman. A man, sorry. Let's try again. A man is.
There is no clear definition what a man is and what a woman
So
is.
how do you know you're a man if you don't know what the word man means?
Because I identify as a man. I feel like I
Well,
am truly a man.
what are you identifying? What are you identifying as?
A man.
That's circular. You can't say I'm a man because I identify as a man. Just go in a circle. What are you identifying as? Expound.
I identify as a man.
What are you identifying as? Don't repeat the word man. When you say you identify as a man, what does the word man mean?
A man can have multiple different definitions based off what that person thinks.
Well, now you're contradicting yourself. You said that there wasn't a clear definition, but all right, we'll go with that answer. What is? Give me one of the. How many definitions do you think there are of the word man?
Probably technically one if you're going based off of the dictionary.
Okay, well then, what is that one definition?
I could probably go look it up.
Okay, we'll wait for you. In the meanwhile, type your ones and twos. Just get those likes up to 50K, guys. Type your ones and twos. If you think trans women are women and you think that they belong in women's spaces, request the box. We are just looking for some debates. Please only request if you disagree. If you think trans women are women, request. And just to clarify, this is a trans man saying that she has to go look up what a man is in the dictionary, but they identify as a man. And also, it shouldn't take that long. The definition you're going to find in the dictionary is an adult human male. That's what you're going to find. So you can come back to the app.
The dictionary of Google.
Okay, so it says an adult human male. So the dictionary says, right?
Adult man human being is what it says.
Adult male human being. Exactly. Are you a male?
Identify as one, so yes.
No, male is not an identity. Male is a sex. You can't identify as a male.
Sex and identity are two separate things.
Exactly. So when you use the term male, you're referring to sex. Identity is not male. Male is not an identity. Male is a sex. So you can't identify. Okay, so you can't say you identify as male. So you're not a male. A trans man, by definition, is a person who's born female. You're not male. You're female, right? So then you're not a man. Then, by your own standard.
But I am.
Well, you have to give a definition of the word man that includes you.
It's like my voice is deep. I have a beard. I do masculine things. Like I am
You're just
presenting.
listing sexist stereotypes. This is the issue with trans men and trans women. You guys seem to see the world through very sexist notions. You think that women and men are defined by stereotypes. Having a beard doesn't make you a man. There are lots of women with beards, lots of men who don't have beards.
I know. There's,
I don't
there's
have a
an
beard.
equal-
I don't have a
there's-
beard. I don't have a beard. I'm not a man. I'm sorry. Am I not a man to you because I don't have a beard?
No, but you have a slightly feminine voice. So how does that make you a
Oh,
man?
right, I'm a man because I'm a human male. That's the point. I'm an adult human male. Me not doing masculine things does not mean I'm not a man anymore. That's the issue. So you've been essentially taught an ideology that tells you that manhood is being masculine. That's not what manhood is. There are lots of feminine men out there, and there are lots of studs and masculine women out there. They're still women. They're not any less women. Sorry, because they're masculine, and there are feminine men. I'm not a woman because I'm a slightly feminine. That's not how the world works. So you as a trans man reinforcing sexism is actually quite strange to me. So you're just struggling with internalized misogyny, it appears. So you think you're a man because you don't conform to society's stereotypes. That's not what makes you a man, right? It's being an adult human male. Adult human males can present in any way that they see fit. They can act in the way they see fit. They're not any less men because of that. So why are you enforcing sexism?
I'm not enforcing anything. Anyone should just
You
be able
are.
to identify and be whatever the fuck they want to be.
Well,
as
you
long
have
as
to
they're not
know
hurting
what I
anyone.
want. No, well, that's not how the world works, my love. You're going to have to tell me what they're identifying as. If you're going to say anybody can identify as whatever they want, you're going to have to tell me what they're identifying as. If you're unable to communicate that to me,
If
then
they
there
are
is no point.
identifying as a man or a woman,
Okay, what do the words woman and man mean?
there is no real clear definition.
So
It's just
how
based
do you
off-
know? So how do you know that they're identifying as women and men if you don't know what the word woman and man means?
because it's based off what they feel like they identify as.
Okay, what are they identifying as?
Either a man or a woman.
And what does that mean?
It means multiple different things for multiple different people.
Okay, and the person I'm asking right now is you. When you say you identify as a man, what does the word man mean that distinguishes you from every other woman out there?
I just don't want to be a woman. I like being
No,
a man.
don't.
Like,
Oh my God, what makes you a man? Yeah, what makes you a man that women don't have?
what do you mean?
You said you're a man. What are the things that you have? What are the characteristics you have? What are the things that you do or have that women don't do that make you a man and not a woman? Not wanting to be a woman is not one of them, because there's women in Saudi Arabia who don't want to be women because of the oppression that they're facing. Are the women in Saudi Arabia trans men because they don't want to be women anymore?
No, that's a whole no. It's like a completely different feeling.
No. Okay, great. So then, what does it mean to be a man then that women don't have? Incoming sexism, by the way.
Why does it have to be one has something and the other one doesn't?
Well, you're not a woman, right?
I would say I'm not a woman.
Okay, so if you're not a woman, there's something that distinguishes you from one. What is that thing or set of things? Nothing?
I got nothing.
Right, so then okay, this is the issue now. So you don't know what a man is. You don't know what makes you a man. You don't know what distinguishes you from a woman, but you identify as one. Do you not see why that might be a little bit confusing to people who are talking to you? Do you not see why that might be a little bit
I mean,
confusing?
I can kind of see it.
Right, so then that's the issue. Why do you think you're a man?
Because I didn't feel like myself as a woman.
What didn't you feel like?
I felt like I wasn't in the right place. I wasn't with my community. I wasn't with the right people.
You can feel displaced as a woman. It doesn't make you a man, though.
Well, yeah, no, I'm saying
explain-
like, yeah, you still feel displaced no matter what gender you are. I'm
Right,
just
so
saying
then
for
that
me
has nothing to do with
personally,
feeling like a man.
I
How did you?
felt not connected with myself as a whole,
What did you feel not connected with?
with my parts,
With your what parts, if you're okay disclosing?
specifically my chest.
What about your chest?
I don't like it. It gets in the way, it's annoying, and it hurts my back.
So get breast reduction.
And you think I
Get
have
a-
the money for that?
You have the money to go on testosterone. Are you not
I'm
on
actually
testosterone?
not on anything.
This is just your normal voice. Do you intend to go on testosterone?
I was on testosterone for 4 years and then I got
Right.
off.
So you were on. So you did have the money to go on. Why didn't you get breast reduction?
Because
If
that
your
costs
back
a
was,
lot
I'm not
more.
asking you to be. I'm not asking you to be vigilant. This is my issue. The society is telling trans people, women, that if they don't like their chest, then they're men. Who told you that? Who told you that you're a man because you don't like your chest? Just a woman. There's lots of. How many women
No
in here
one
have
told
ever
me
had
nothing.
distress with their? Yeah, but why do you feel like it makes you a man because you don't like your breasts?
I just don't like them. That's just my preference.
Yeah, but how does that make you a man?
Because I'm identifying as a man. That's all that matters.
Right, but you don't know what that word means.
You know how many times people had this conversation, like, what is a woman and what is a man? There has been cis women who's been asked that question, what is a woman, and they can never define it. There's been cis men who's been asked
All
that
right.
question, what is a man, and they can't
For
define
all
it.
the cis women in chat, y'all tell me what a woman is, since nobody can answer. Because I'm pretty sure everybody in here can answer. For all the cis women. See, they're typing it in chat for you. There it is. All the cis women you said couldn't answer. There they are. They're answering you. An adult human female, which includes you. Right? So, yet again, my issue with this kind of belief system is that you're saying you're a man, don't know what a man is, you don't know the difference between men and women, but somehow we're still supposed to respect you and identify you as a man. That does not make any sense, my love. And that is not out of hate, it's not out of transphobia. I'm telling you what is happening right now. You're saying you're a man, you don't know what a man is. How are we supposed to identify you as a man if we don't know what you mean when you say the word man? Explain that to me.
What do you mean?
I'm
Everyone's
asking
just
a
looking
question.
up field definitions just by Google.
It's not about Google. You said that there was only one definition according to Google, is what you said.
Yeah, but everyone has different definitions for different things.
Okay, and what's your definition?
I mean, a man can be feminine and a woman can be masculine. It doesn't fucking matter of what you present. As long as you present and say you're one way, it should be taken as face value.
Sorry, y'all are saying in the chat that the live is freezing. Is that still happening? Or is it back now? Because it tends to lag for a second and then I have to start it over. Thank you, MB. Thank you, Bloom.
No,
Appreciate
I
you.
legally had to use the women's restroom. I don't go in the men's restroom because I legally can't.
Is the live still lagging, chat? Not anymore.
You can't compare a dog to a
Okay.
cat, and plus there's plenty of animals that switch genders.
Well, humans are not one of them. Humans are gonocaric. We're not sequentially hermaphroditic, so we're not one of the animals that can change gender. So it's
How are
not
we
an
different
animals.
when we're mammals? If other mammals can change
Fish.
genders, when we are
Just
also mammals.
name one mammal that can change its sex.
Lions.
Lions don't change sex.
Yes, they do. If there is
No, they
no
don't.
male lion in the pack, look this up. If there was no male lion in the pack because the male died, one of the highest females will grow a mane.
Yeah, no, growing a mane doesn't change the sex of the animal. They go through hormonal changes that they end up producing
Also,
more
some
testosterone.
fish will
They end up
completely
producing
swap genders.
They end up producing more testosterone. It is the lion equivalent of polycystic ovarian syndrome. So a woman who has higher levels of testosterone can grow a beard. It's the equivalent of a lioness growing a mane. They don't change sex. Lions are
Fish do.
gonochoric. Fish are not mammals. You said mammals.
That's
Fish are
fair,
not
but
mammals.
fish can also do it.
Yeah, fish are sequentially hermaphroditic. Humans are gonochoric. So there are three categories.
What about
for
hyenas?
there are three hyenas. Hyenas don't change sex either. There are three categories. There are three categories for the state of sex in sexually reproducing species. There is gonochorism, there is sequential hermaphroditism, and there is simultaneous hermaphroditism. Do you know the difference between those these three categories?
No.
This is the issue. So, gonochorism first refers to an organism that is born one sex or the other, and over the course of their lifetime, their sex does not change. That's one. That's gonochorism. All right. Humans are gonochoric, and all other mammals are gonochoric. So no mammal changes its sex. They can't change sex at all. That's one. Then you have simultaneously hermaphroditic species. Those are animals that can be born, or organisms that are born with both functioning reproductive sex sets. So they can produce both large and small gametes. Okay? Some plants and some animals are like that. Then you have sequentially hermaphroditic species. Clownfish, some worms, and some frogs are sequentially hermaphroditic because they can change their sex. Humans are not simultaneously or sequentially hermaphroditic. They are gonochoric. Gonochoric species cannot change their sex.
Okay, but what if someone is born with both parts and then they get the surgery before they can even think for...
Anyways, type your ones and twos, guys. We are just looking at some debates. If you think trans women are women, and do you think that they belong in women's spaces, request a box. We are just looking at some debates. If you think trans women are women, request. Get those likes up to 10K, guys. I apologize. I did have to restart the live. You always said the live was lagging. I did say I was going to restart. So, guys, type your ones and twos. We are just looking for some debates. Great. Can I get your age?
25.
Okay. Are trans women women?
No. As far as the second one goes, I kind of wonder what your general standpoint is there.
I'm looking for persons who disagree. Why are you requesting if you agree?
Because I do disagree with. I do think that trans women are men, but I don't really care about them being in restrooms.
Then you don't care about women. Women's spaces are for women only. You don't get to see if,
Sure.
if they're not. Right, so if they're not women, they shouldn't be in women's spaces. It's very, very simple.
So I could align if they were nude in a changing room or something like this. In a privatized stall, I don't really see an issue with
It's a
someone.
women's privatized.
Yeah, I
stall.
understand that. I
Right.
understand
So if they're not women, they should not be there. It's a basic boundary of respect.
Well-
It's respecting. The maintenance of social boundaries. It's very simple. Right. So let's say I have a customers only bathroom and I have an employees only bathroom. There's also going to be a private stall in the employees bathroom. So the customers be allowed to go to the employees bathroom?
They could.
No. Is it okay? Is the question.
Probably per policy, no.
Right, exactly. The same thing applies to women's restrooms. Just because it's a private stall for women doesn't mean men get to go in there. It's
But
for
this
women.
but this argument is just based on the should they, not the can they, because they can. There's no state that
should.
doesn't
Yeah,
allow
I didn't
these
say can. I said they shouldn't. That's why the word shouldn't is there. So I'm
Okay.
saying they shouldn't be, and the reason is that they're not women. They should have respect for women's boundaries as males and not enter women's spaces. That's
Okay, so simply going in, using the restroom, and leaving, would you call this a net negative, a net neutral, or a net
it
positive?
is a boundary violation, point blank period.
I'm saying, is this a net negative, a net neutral, or a net positive?
I'm not measuring it that way. So you're presupposing that I have to measure it in that way. It is a boundary violation, and I am against boundary violations.
I would say it's a neutral act because you're just peeing and leaving, right?
All right, no respect for women. We're going to move on. Type your ones and twos, guys. We are just looking for the base. Please only request if you disagree. I'm not looking for disagreeers. Men who don't understand this, like if y'all don't understand basic boundaries, there's no need for us to measure it as net negative or net positive. The fact of the matter is that it's a boundary violation. I shouldn't have to measure it for you.
Hello.
Like, your age.
18.
Okay, are trans women?
Yeah.
Y'all know what to type in chat. Why don't you tell me what a woman is? Go ahead.
So a woman is a woman. A woman is a seriously of a woman that actually see it. It's a woman.
So you don't know what a woman is.
I just explained. You didn't understand.
You didn't. You just repeated the word again.
All right. So the woman is really a woman is a person that associate of the chromosomes. And you see associate of a woman.
All right, type your ones and twos, guys. We are just looking to debate everything trans women or women, and do you think that they belong in women's spaces? Request. Also, I don't care if you agree or disagree with me. Trolling on this topic especially if you agree with me, it's not funny. I'll tell you why. This kind of topic is discussing a real issue that is impacting women. So for you all to come up into my live and then start making fun of it, it's like not cool because you're just trolling the real life issues that are happening to women. So yeah, type your ones and twos. How is it an issue? It's an issue because women are losing their sex-based rights. Women are being disenfranchised financially. Women are literally losing their livelihoods over men in dresses claiming that they're women. So it is an issue. Can I get your age, please?
I'm 18. I'm
Right.
sorry, can you repeat what you just said? How is it an
Yeah,
issue?
so it's an issue because women are being disenfranchised, women are losing their sex-based rights, and women are losing the right to privacy in their own spaces because of people saying trans women are women and saying that they belong in women's spaces and allowing them in women's spaces. Thank you,
But they
love.
offer gender neutral bathrooms, like the single stalls, like even like in the nurse's bathroom, you know? If anything, you're being more discriminative against the trans person because they have to go into a single stall bathroom.
No, they don't have to go to a single stall bathroom. They can go to the bathroom of their sex. The
In
issue is that
public
trans
school,
people are very. One second. The
sorry.
issue is that trans people are entitled and they don't want to go to their own space. So they think that the opposite gender space has to now accommodate them. So I'm not saying that trans people have to go to gender neutral spaces.
Okay.
Trans people can go to any space that they want as long as it's not the one of the opposite sex.
Besides like our opinions, you know, how do you think we can eliminate a trans person going into the wrong or correct bathroom? Because
I
everyone
shouldn't
can
have
view
to.
it differently. We're all
I shouldn't.
perceived
I
how
shouldn't
we
have to
will.
eliminate a trans person from that space. The trans person should be socially honest and acknowledge that they should not be there. That's what we should do. So trans people need to exercise social honesty and stop capitalizing on women's oblivion and stop trying to capitalize on deception and go into the space of their sex. The person who knows what sex they are 100% of the time is the trans person. How about trans people start exercising some honesty? How about that?
Okay, so we both know that gender and sex are developed at a different time, right?
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
They are. And a male brain can be trapped into a female's body.
There's no such thing as a male brain, love.
The gray matter and white matter, they're more
Yes,
correlated to
sexual
biological.
dimorphism does not constitute sex. I think you need to understand the difference between
Okay.
sexual dimorphism and biological sex. You're confusing those two things.
Okay.
Sexual
So what about
dimorphism refers one second. Sexual dimorphism refers to the differences generally between males and females, right, outside of the reproductive development, and then sex itself refers to those reproductive strategies. That's what the difference is between sex and sexual dimorphism. Okay, so there are sexually dimorphic parts of the brain that are generally different between males and females, but those things don't make you a man or a woman. Okay, so there's no
Okay.
such thing as a male. All right, can I get your date of birth since everyone's nagging me about it in the comments? What's your date of birth?
June 22nd, 2007. Like I'm 18 and a half or
Okay,
whatever.
all right. Now,
Okay,
anyways,
I have a really good
um,
question though. So, you know what gender dysphoria is? Like the symptom of being trans and
it's the distress caused by your incongruence. Yes,
there you go. There you go. Yes. And there's really no cure for it except for curing the symptoms, right?
there is no cure for gender dysphoria. Period. No one has ever been cured of gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria can be
It's a
alleviated,
yes,
but
there
it
you
cannot
go.
be cured.
But like wouldn't going to a certain bathroom cause that distress and like safety hazards? Cuz
That's not women's problem. Women are not
I see
responsible
what
for
you're trying
men.
to do.
Women are not. What, can you allow me to respond to your questions? Women are not responsible for the distress of mentally ill men. Mentally ill men are not supposed to be facilitated by women because they are mentally distressed. So
Okay.
if you're a male who's distressed with his biological sex, women should not have to be meat shields for you because you are distressed with your biological sex. That's not how the world works.
Can you inform me on the statistics of like sexual assault because of a trans
I
what a man?
don't need to do that because my argument does not hinge upon sexual assault. My argument hinges on the fact that they're not women. I don't care how many men in dresses have assaulted women. None of them should be in women's spaces. So
Okay.
I don't
I
need
think
statistics to
to
indicate that to you.
eliminate this actual problem is to make those bathrooms dedicated for those people instead of putting our opinions from an unbiased opinion. We should make it a safe space for both people, correct?
There's already safe spaces for trans people. Trans people just don't want to go to them. Trans women can go to the men's restroom. That's their safe space because they're male. Trans men can go to the women's restroom. That's their safe space because they're
Wait,
female.
someone, Future Corp said absolutely not.
Why are you reading the comment section?
I'm sorry, it said like they added me or something. I'm not
Okay,
really.
just don't focus on the comments right now. If you want to talk in
Okay.
the comments, you can do that down there. But right now we're
Because
talking.
like I'm really trying to educate myself on your point of view. Because forgive me if I'm wrong. Are you part of the LGBT?
I'm a part of the LGB. Yes.
You are? Okay. But why does it feel like you're being hateful to like another party?
It probably feel it. The only way that the truth feels hateful is if you're a liar. So that might be the issue.
Gotcha.
I'm not being hateful to anybody. I'm telling the truth and I'm defending women. I think it's rather hateful to say that men are women. So I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yes.
This which is the original prompt. Do you think trans women are women?
I believe they can be perceived as women. Like I'm a trans male and like I'm never gonna be a biological male, but it's up
That's not
to
my. I didn't ask you if they could be perceived as women. Are they women?
I'm saying they can be towards some people, but to me, I don't think so.
So you don't think trans women are women? Okay, so
I
trans
think
women are not.
there are trans women.
That's circular. You can't say trans women are trans women. Are they a type of woman?
I mean, yeah, it's a type of woman.
Okay, so if they're a type of woman, then you think that they're women. Okay, so the answer to the original question is yes. Since
You're
trans
putting
women are
words in my mouth.
I'm not putting words in your mouth. That's what follows from what you're saying. Okay, if I say to you that Labradors are a type of dog, for example, are Labradors dogs?
You're saying a wolf is a type of dog.
Sorry,
Yes.
excuse me. No, if I say Labradors are a type of dog,
That is not.
does it mean that Labradors are people in chat? If I say Labradors are a type of dog, does it mean Labradors are dogs?
Yeah, I see what you're trying
Right.
to
So
say
when you
now.
say trans women are a type of woman, you're saying that they're women. So you think
I'm
trans.
saying wolves
so you
are
think.
a type of dog.
So you think trans. So you think trans women are women. So then, tell me what a woman is. Then if trans women are women.
I think it's just simple respect. If you don't pass and you do,
Sorry, excuse me. You said trans women are women. Can you tell me what a woman is?
a woman's obviously someone with the female genitalia. I'm not
Okay,
going
so
there.
then trans women are not a type of person with female
But they can have
genitalia.
those surgeries to have
The
that.
surgeries do not accomplish female genitalia.
Yeah, they have female genitalia.
No, they don't. Okay, what? Describe to me what a vagina is. And the vagina is the female genitals. What is the vagina?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? My thing's glitching.
What is a vagina?
It's a reproductive organ.
There's lots of female reproductive organs. Specifically describe the vagina.
What are you trying to get from me?
So you don't even know. Okay, all right. So a
No, I'm trying to
vagina is a
understand
stop. You don't know what a
We're
vagina
having a
is. You have one
conversation.
body. Okay, well I asked you a direct question. You're saying we're having a conversation, but you're not answering any questions. You're just laughing because you don't have an answer. So a vagina is a muscular tube that leads from the external genitals inward towards the cervix. All right. Trans women do not have that. Trans women go through what we call penile inversion. Inverting your penis as a man doesn't mean that you have a vagina. You have a rod pocket, an open wound. It's not a vagina. Okay? So, no, they don't have vaginas. Incorrect.
It is about how you're being perceived, though.
No, it's not. I didn't ask you how trans women were perceived. I asked you what they are. Are they women? Your answer was yes. Tell me what a woman is since they are women. Not that they're perceived as women. You said they are women. If they are women, tell me what women are.
I told you, it's equivalent to comparing a wolf to a dog. It's a type of dog.
Oh my
Right.
goodness. You have to know what the word dog means if you're going to say it's a type of dog. So what is a woman? When you say trans women are a type of woman, what does the word woman mean?
I feel like that's just not how this argument should be.
You're not answering my question. If you're going to say trans women are a type of woman, you're going to have to tell me what the word woman means. What does the word woman mean?
It's someone with the female reproductive.
Okay, trans women don't have female reproductive organs, so then trans women are not women then.
Okay, but they're trying to be one.
Okay, you can try to be black and when you're white, that you're black, love. So I didn't ask you what they were trying to do. I didn't ask you what they were trying to accomplish. I asked you, what are they? You just agreed that they are not women. So, what now?
You know, I just feel you're being very disrespectful. It's
You're
literally about
calling
how
me.
you're
Okay,
being
stop.
perceived.
Now, this is where y'all get very goofy. Y'all call people disrespectful for not agreeing with you, but you don't even know what you're defending. You said trans women are women. If I'm so disrespectful for not calling trans women women, tell me what a woman is then.
No, I
Since I'm
don't care
so
what your
since I'm
opinions
so
are.
since I'm so
You
disrespectful, tell
can't.
me what a woman is then.
Okay, but you can't just kick
So
out
you
a
don't
certain
know. So you don't.
person.
So you don't. So you don't
That is
know.
not what we're on
So
about.
you don't. So you don't know. So this is a classic example of liberal cognitive dissonance.
I'm
Y'all are
not a
saying trans,
liberal. I'm not
whatever
a
the
liberal.
whatever species or creature you are. The
What
point
the
is,
fuck?
you're saying that trans women are women. You're saying that I'm hateful for not saying trans women are women.
I am
But you don't
not
know what.
saying you are a liberal. You're a
I'm sorry.
faggot.
Did you
You're a
not just?
faggot.
And there's a trans and there's a homophobe. There it is. Anything else? Because all you do is prove that you're a homophobe. So this is exactly how trans people behave. And Zedjanax, I'm not letting you up because you do the exact same stupid thing every single time, and I really can't be bothered. So yeah, there it is. It's a perfect example of how pro-trans people behave. This is how you guys behave when y'all can't get your way and y'all can't prove what you say. Anyways, type your ones and twos, guys. We are just looking to debate. If you think trans women are women and you believe that you can prove it without being a homophobe and without crashing out, you can request the box. We are just looking for some debates. Can we get those likes up to 80K? If you think trans women are women, request. Can I get your age, please? Luna, can I get your age?
Hi, I'm 21.
Are trans women women?
Yes.
Okay, y'all know what to type in chat. Why don't you tell me what a woman is then, since trans women are women?
Sorry, what?
What is a woman, sir?
A woman is just somebody who identifies as a woman.
That's circular. You can't say a woman is a person who identifies as a woman. That's circular.
Okay.
Okay, so give me a better definition of the word then.
Let's see. Somebody who fulfills the role of a woman in society.
That's circular. You're still repeating the definition of you're still repeating the word in the definition. You can't say a woman is a person who plays a woman's role in society. That's not describing anything.
A woman is the gender category.
Okay, is man also a gender category?
Yes.
What's the difference between those gender categories?
What's the difference? I'm not sure. I think they're both the same.
Okay, if they're both the same, then trans women are men.
Like no, not really.
Okay, then there's a difference between women and men. Then, if there's no difference,
Well, they're
between women
both
and men-
genders, so
Okay, I understand that they're both genders. What's the difference between them?
I don't know the difference.
Then how do you know the trans women are women if you can't distinguish them from men? Are trans
Because
women,
to me, there's
trans,
no difference. Like you can just be whatever you
excuse
want.
me, I'm speaking, sir. Are trans women men?
No.
So if they're not men, that means that there's a distinction between women and men then. So your statement that there is no distinction is false. What's the distinction between women and men?
You tell me. I don't know.
You're the one making the claim that trans women are women. You should know the distinction.
Well, can you educate me?
No, you're saying trans women are women. My definition of the word woman is not relevant here. Yours is.
To me, it's no difference. That's it. To me, you can be whatever you want, and it's irrelevant.
Sorry, no. You have to know what they're saying that they are. If
I
they're
have
saying
to
that they're,
pick one. Oh, I didn't know that.
If they're saying that they're women, you have to know what a woman is.
Well, do we have to pick one? I didn't know that.
Are you slow too, like the other people who keep coming up here?
No, I'm not. I'm just wondering.
Okay,
like,
so
who
you're
said
saying-
that?
so
Who
you're
said that we
saying-
needed to pick one?
You're the one who decided to pick one because you're trans. You picked
I
one
didn't
over the
pick
other, did you
anything.
not?
You
you
don't know
did.
if I'm trans or not either.
You are.
Okay, you can think that, but I don't know why.
Okay, what are you then, Luna?
Well, it's irrelevant to be honest.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
why
exactly.
compare?
You are a trans woman. Don't be goofy. So at the end of the day,
So you
don't
think
want-
only
you
trans
don't- you-
women
you
think
don't-
trans women are women? Because that's not true.
No, there's lots of women who are traitors to other women and think that you men are women. Absolutely, but
Being
just leave it over.
inclusive, it's not being a traitor.
Yeah, being inclusive to men and including men in womanhood is being a traitor. Can we all type traitor in chat for all the dumb traitors out there who think trans women are women? If you're a woman and you think trans women are women, you're literally disgusting. Like, goofy. What is that? So saying that men can be women and men can hold women's existence in that womanhood is something that men can perform is absolute misogyny.
And like, why do you care about that though? Like, why is that?
Why do I care
like,
about
why is
women?
that
Why do I
important to you?
care? Why do I care that women
Yeah.
are being? Yeah, why do I care that women's
Why do you care
womanhood
if
is
trans
being?
women are women or men or animals or whatever? Like,
They're
why do
not
you
women.
care?
They're men, and it's
They're just
important.
living their lives,
That
which
as
they
men,
have a right. We all
as
have one
men,
life,
as
right?
men. Can we all type as men in
As
chat?
whatever
As
they
men.
want to be, because we are
No,
free.
men. They're living their life as men.
Where do
Men.
we live?
They're men.
We live in the U.S., right?
You live in
So
the
it's
U.S.
free.
No, I don't live in the U.S. Yeah, they're men.
Well, like many people do, so we can't be whatever we want here.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well, actually, legally, not a woman, because Trump executive order states that a woman is an
Actually,
adult.
legally and societally and like
Well, you haven't told
mentioned
me
and
what
everything.
you haven't told me what a woman is. That's the issue. You don't know what a woman is.
Okay, let's see. A woman is somebody who it's a gender category. That's closely associated with like I don't know, because I don't want to go into any
Exactly.
stereotypes.
So
I don't want to go into any stereotypes. I don't want to overgeneralize anything because everybody's different.
Let me speak a little bit closer since you can't hear me talking. You are part of the problem then.
I am actually speaking and you interrupted me.
Sorry,
That's
excuse
the
me.
difference.
My live, not yours. My live,
Well, if
not
you
yours.
like,
All right,
we cannot speak like this.
Let me just mute you since you're just going to keep over talking me. Yet again, you're saying trans women and women, you don't know what a woman is. That's the issue. If you're saying trans women and women, sir, you're going to have to tell me what a woman is. If you're saying they're women, tell me what women are. Waiting for y'all to answer that question. Because it only ever doesn't matter when y'all start losing the debate. That seems to be the issue here. So it doesn't matter when you can't answer the question. You said trans women were women. Tell me what a woman is. If you're not going to answer, I'm going to drop you and move on to
I
something
guess
else.
they're both opposite of each other, and that's it.
Oh my God! Tell me what a woman is.
Opposite of a man?
What makes them opposite?
Well, you're telling me to define it. I don't know.
What
Actually, I think both
makes
men and women are equal. That's what I believe.
Let me put my microphone real close. Sorry if it's going to get bass boosted, y'all. What makes them opposite?
Well, because they're both opposite gender categories.
What makes them opposite?
Both opposite gender categories.
What
makes
them
other.
opposite?
Gender categories.
What makes the gender categories opposite?
Well, actually, gender was created. It's a
oh my God! What makes them
and it was imposed on everybody.
Makes
That's
them
what gender
opposite?
is.
Do you see?
So
you
the
see now?
opposite is actually of the gender category.
Let me show you. This is why you people are actually weird. You guys don't know what women are. You guys don't know the difference between women and men. Y'all are pathetic. Goofy, pathetic, failed men who think that they're women and cannot even define womanhood. You people are pathetic. Disgusting. You don't even know what a woman is. Are we serious?
It seems like you don't want to hear what I'm saying.
I heard what you're saying. It does not answer my question. You said trans women are women. I asked you what a woman is. It was the opposite gender category of man. I'm now asking you what makes them opposite. You're not answering.
I just told you it's a social construct. So the construct.
What makes stop, Luna? Shut the fuck up and listen. What makes what makes the constructs different?
Well, you tell me. I don't know. Since basically
exactly, you don't fucking know. Goodbye, sir. Go dilate your inverted dick somewhere else. People make me lose my patience every damn day. Y'all say trans women and women. Y'all screaming from the rooftops. Y'all still don't know what a fucking woman is. You don't know. Go dilate your dick somewhere else. Boring piece of garbage. And then I'm supposed to support him as a woman. Women don't matter. The definition of women doesn't matter. People are fucking sexist and disgusting. Y'all's mothers and aunties and grandmas should be ashamed of y'all. Disgusting. Can I get your age, please, since you're yapping in my comment section?
I'm 33.
Yeah, and you were calling me rude, but you follow me. So why do you follow me? Let's start there. Why do you follow me if you hate me?
I mean, I was interested in watching your debates, but you are rude. You speak over them. It's just an unprofessional debate. It's a child's debate.
It's not a child's debate. I overspeak. I overspeak people who. You see how you're over talking me now? You see how? Okay, listen. You are one of the people that I have to over talk because y'all over talk me. I'm trying to respond to what you're saying, and then you won't let me talk. This is part of the problem. So, yet again, if you think I'm so rude, let's hear your opinion on the topic. Because y'all are fucking goofy. I'm interested in watching your debates, but you're so rude. No, you know, as a matter of fact, I am rude. I'm rude to people who think that men can be women. Okay? Very disrespectful to see men claiming to be women, and then people like you, or whatever you are, running around supporting
See,
it.
that's
So
where you
yet
go.
again,
Whatever you are, you're
so
always
yet
trying
again,
to
so
do
yet again,
some
yeah, so yet
snarky
again,
ass
so yet
comment.
again, yeah,
Because
whatever
you
you
don't know
are,
how to
yeah,
debate
whatever
without
you are.
insulting people.
Oh, the crash out, the male crash out. Calm down, sir, or ma'am, or whatever it is. It needs to calm down, relax. All right. So, anyways, you're gonna tell me whether or not you think trans women are women, or you think that he should be on women's runways. Why don't you tell me? No answer? Just gonna crash out? I think he's throwing us out. I think he's crashing out, chat. Sir, why are you crashing out?
I'm not crashing out.
You are. You started screaming over me. You started crashing out.
Again.
You did.
How a debate should be. People come up. You're doing it right now. You're doing it right now. Somebody
Right.
tries to
So
tell you their
yet
opinion.
again,
You
can you
insult
tell me?
them.
Can you tell me what your opinion
No,
is
because
on the
that wasn't my
topic?
purpose of coming up here. You
Oh,
invited me
what
up
was your
here.
purpose?
I don't want to
So
debate you.
your purpose was to come up and go, you're
My
rude. You're rude. You're rude. Is that all you came up here to do? You're rude. You're a rude person. Yeah. Yeah, what? And what, bitch? I'm rude. What now? You gonna do report me? Go ahead and do it then. I'm so rude. Like, honestly.
I'm not going to report you. I just don't have any respect for you.
Okay, then why do you follow me?
I followed because I wanted to watch the debate. It was.
Well, you clearly don't want to anymore, so then unfollow me and get out.
Oh, I absolutely
Bye.
will.
Bye-bye. See yourself out. Bye. Yep. Anyways, type your ones and twos, guys. We are just looking to debate if you think trans women or women requests. Like, y'all think I could give a fuck. Like, honestly. Because y'all don't want to talk about the rudeness that happens towards women. Y'all don't want to talk about that rudeness.
There is
y'all want to
rudeness
talk
that
about,
happens towards women. I do agree
You're
with
right,
you on that.
right. And what is a
I
woman
do
really?
agree with you on that.
Right. So
I'm
there's
just
rudeness that happens.
saying when you
So
bring
tell me,
people
yeah. So tell me,
on,
since there's so much rudeness happening towards women, why don't you tell me what a woman is, real quick?
that is not why.
No, you're saying that there's so much rudeness happening towards women. Why don't you
I'm
tell me what
saying
a
you
woman
are
is?
rude to your guests. They're coming up here.
I'm rude to my guests. I'm rude to my guests. I'm rude to my guests who are disrespectful to me. You see how
Well, you can't have a debate if you don't let your guests speak literally ever.
I'm sorry,
First of
excuse
all.
me. Strawberry shortcake. I don't give a fuck who the fuck you are either. Anyways, sir, you need to get yourself together. I can be rude to anybody I want to be rude to. You know why I can be rude to anybody?
Get yourself together.
Sorry, excuse me. Twinkle of the year. Let me explain something to you. I will forever be rude to people who think that men are women and think that women are social performers. I don't care if y'all think it's fucking rude. I'm going to be rude. And what? What about it?
And you mute people, but that's not how it should be. A debate should be.
You were over talking me on my own live. What else am I supposed to do? Let you take over my life?
You can disagree with somebody without insulting them.
Oh my God! All this bitch boy crying. Do you have an opinion on that? Do you have an opinion?
It's not bitch boy crying. I'm just
back to the comments. Just can we all type crybaby in chat? Just a bunch of man children. Just you're rude. You're rude. Oh, you're rude. Okay. Anyways, strawberry short bitch. Whatever your name is. How old are you?
I'm 20.
If y'all want to see Rude, y'all can meet Rude.
And I'm probably the only person in here with a modeling contract.
Yeah. How old are you? You said.
I'm 22.
You're 22. Okay. Right.
Girl, be so for real right now.
Excuse me, Emily.
Where's your modeling contract, ugly?
Excuse me.
Where's your modeling contract?
I'm talking. So, do you think trans women are women? Hello, strawberry short bitch. Man, woman, boy, child, everybody acting bitch today. So, everybody's a bitch in some way. Hello. Bunch of man children. Goofy. Strawberry. Hello. You can unmute yourself. The button is there. There's a little microphone icon. Click on it. You should be able to unmute yourself. Unless you're operating on like an iPhone 6 or 4. And she left. There it is. So another coward who can't justify her position. Also, I am a model. I have a modeling contract. And I would never, ever be such an entitled man to go and get a contract as a part of women's modeling. That's how you know I have true respect for women. I would never go as a man into a women's modeling competition because I actually have respect for women. So how about other men, like this one up here, have respect for women and stop going into women's spaces? Can I get your age? Or you were up? Is this the same crybaby lady?
No.
Oh, hello?
You're not a model and fix your teeth, bitch.
Is that all? Is that the end of the show? The crowd goes mild, by the way. Is that it?
Yeah. Sure. If it helps you sleep at night.
I mean, it seems to help you sleep at night when you call yourself a woman. It seems to be what helps you sleep at night.
I mean, I'm a woman, so.
Well, me when I lie. Me when I lie, honestly. Anyways, do you think trans women are women?
Hell yes.
Hell yes. Y'all heard the diva? Hell yes. Okay, all right. Why don't you tell us what a woman is then? Go ahead.
You guys are so mad at that.
You guys are so mad at this. Okay. Yeah, tell me what a woman is, okay?
You don't know what a woman is?
I'm asking you. You're saying trans women are women, so clearly you do.
You're talking to one and those minions.
Yeah, so tell me what a woman is then. Who am I speaking to?
Comments on the are so funny. You guys won't.
Your comments are so funny. Yeah. Can you tell me what a woman is?
It's always the ugly fucking gays.
You're an ugly fucking gay who wants to be a woman. So.
Yeah, you're not tough. Try again. I'm a woman.
Yep. And what now? And what now? And what now? And what? Anyways, are you gonna tell me what a woman is, or are you just too stupid to answer the question?
Oh, I'm stupid. It's crazy, Nate.
Can you tell me what a woman is?
You're talking to one.
Yeah, what makes you a woman?
And mind you, those people tagging me here.
Oh my God! Answer the question. Answer the question.
No, I'm giving you promotion.
Exactly. So do you see how you got? I don't need your promotion. You have less followers than me. Why do I need your promotion?
Babes, you do this for a living. Let's be for real.
Okay, and you suck dick for a living, Mr. Prostitutes. And what now?
So you're claiming I'm a prostitute?
You probably are. Statistically, you're more likely to be one anyway as a trans woman. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you were.
Yeah, you think you're tough. You think you're something big.
Yeah,
you're not.
you definitely suck on something tough every Friday evening.
Don't fix your teeth.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You want me to pay for it?
How is the phone sex operation industry going? How is it going? How is the phone sex operation industry going? How's it going?
What the fuck are you talking about?
You're a phone sex operator. You tell us what
Aren't you like a fucking model?
I am.
Model.
Yeah. Y'all hear the Malay laugh? Crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna give you one more chance to answer my question, or I'm gonna move on to somebody else.
Oh, you're gonna move on. Okay. Fix your teeth, okay? I'm gonna
fix your mental illness. When you become a woman, I'll fix my teeth. How about that?
I'm a woman.
When you become a woman, I'll change my teeth. I'll fix my teeth when you become a woman, sir. Yeah, I'll fix my teeth when you become a woman, sir.
You're tweaking, Madam Gay.
You see how these men can never answer any questions? It's just always about appearance because you all see women and manhood through a lens of sexism. You guys just think, can you debate the topic? Can you debate the topic?
No, because...
Okay, all right. Go dilate your inverted penis somewhere else. It's gonna have to keep waiting. It's gonna have to wait for someone to come up and prove trans women are women. Just have to keep waiting, y'all, because we're still waiting on it and nobody's been
someone who identifies with large gametes.
Can I get your Mr. over here? Oh, and he left. Okay. All right, welcome in everybody. Hey. Type your ones and twos. Y'all already know the drill. If you think trans women are women and you think that they belong in women's spaces, request. I want to know why you think the way that you do. Type your ones.
Hello.
Hi, can I get your age?
I'm 19.
Right. Are trans women women?
Yes, they are women.
Okay, y'all know what to type in chat. So by the way, for those who don't know, the purple profile picture is now the new profile picture for people who support women.
April Fools, they're not women. Wait, say that. Wait, say that again. Finish what you just said again about the purple profile.
Anyways, tell me what a woman is, since trans women are women.
No, I said trans women are not women.
Then we agree. Do you read what it says on the screen?
Yeah, but I just wanted to talk to you. Can I just not talk to you?
No, I'm looking for persons who disagree. It says opposition only.
I want to make a friend. Come on now.
Go on, Amigo.
Wait, before you kick me off.
No, go on, Amigo. We'll go over to Envy's. We'll go and debate, and Alex gone to person that they're debating, and we'll see what happens. All right, so I'll see y'all soon. But thank you all for today. Can I get W to all of y'all today? You guys did a great job anyway. I mean, y'all were in here supporting anyway. So I appreciate y'all. I'll just do a quick run over to Envy's. We'll see what happens, and then if anything, we can try and hop on for a different day. All right, guys. But I appreciate y'all. All right, see y'all in a bit.